And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Bulls. On Monday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets. Then on Wednesday, they'll go back home and they'll be hosting the Detroit Pistons.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Ingram. Cunningham is out there with Klingon. And it's Gonzalez in at the 2 guard. And for Chicago, they've got Lewis. Mitchell is out there with Holmgren. Then it's Williams. Well, this season, Clark, is still very, very young. How much do you take away from these first handful of games of a season?
I think you take away quite a bit as a whole organization. You know, the front office execs are already thinking about how the team can do better, where they might be able to make moves to improve the squad, as are the coaches. So I think these games are important and valuable.
Good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Cunningham playing Oklahoma City. He was nearly unstoppable. Out to Ingram. Just 4 to shoot. From the arc. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Back to Lewis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose, an MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
First one falls for him. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Gonzalez passes to Cunningham. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And this is the beauty of Cunningham. He can score from anywhere on the floor. That length, obviously, a huge advantage.
First quarter of play with about 1.5 minutes gone. Mitchell kicks to Lewis. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And the layup's good off the glass. 5 points in the game.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
Now here's Lewis. His last outing, he had 18 points. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Now here's Williams. He's tightly guarded. Rejected by Ingram.
You know, that's where Brandon Ingram's huge wingspan comes into play at the defensive end of the floor.
Klingon with it, working on Williams. Klingon shot is off.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Pass to Lewis. Lets it go with a 3. Another miss for him, now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Cunningham for 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Back to Lewis. The three. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Ingram kicks to Cunningham. For the three. Connects from three-point range. Cunningham's got 5.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Chauncey Billups.
And their focus on defense, Brandon Ingram. Coach told me Brandon presents unique problems. It's the skill and size combination. You just don't see it too often. Anytime Ingram touches the ball, everyone will be focused on stopping him. Should be a good one tonight, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Lewis passes to Williams. Mitchell sets the screen for Williams. Back to Lewis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. A shot missing. Mavericks leading by 3. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Gonzalez. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And he makes the first. And so he makes both from the line.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Williams with a clean look. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Klingon. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Holmgren. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
He has such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Now here's Gonzalez. Nothing on the board. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bulls trail by 4. Pass to Williams. from downtown. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Clinging with it.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
And I really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
And the first one drops. Mavericks making a switch here. Peterson's checked in. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Chicago's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Lewis kicks to Mitchell. Back to Lewis. Launches it. His fifth miss. Out 2 for 7 from the floor. The Mavericks leading. Pass to Cunningham. Here's Peterson. The kick out to Cunningham. Offensive rebound. And the rejection by Holmgren. And it's out of bounds and last touch by Holmgren. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Peterson the pass to Gonzalez. And the three ball is good.
Timeout. How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
First in opponents' points per game, third in rebounding. And they also showed up defensively. Top 5 in terms of opponent field goal percentage. They really won a lot of games on that side of the floor.
Their defense, as you said, was sensational last season. Opponents could not figure out a way to put up big numbers against them. Bulls trail by 5. Mitchell outside. Back to Lewis. Shot clock at 6. Gets that one to drop. That's his third field goal in 8 tries.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
No one covered. He's got 12.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Holmgren with a screen on Cunningham. Lewis attacking and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham. Bulls shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
The first one falls. Clutch is checked in for Dallas. And both free throws good for Lewis. Mavericks leading by 4. pass to Clutch. They set the pick. Lets it go from deep. And Holmgren pulls it down. For Chicago, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Williams passes to Lewis. Holmgren sets the screen for Lewis. To the wing right side. And the Bulls with another miss.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Pass to Klingon. Here's Gonzalez. Puts up a 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Mavericks with the rebound.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Jacks up a 3. Buries it from 3-point range. 15 points in the game.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
It's stolen. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Gonzalez. Power down with both hands.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Mitchell outside. Back to Lewis. Pass to Holmgren. Here's the 3. And Klingon pulls it down. And the Mavericks with possession. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Some nice passing here by Dallas. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Now, here's Mitchell. Wants to get it to Holmgren and does. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Holmgren. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from the wing. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Klingon's got his 4th rebound in this one.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Count it. His 2nd make in 4 attempts.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. But he has to close out a little stronger on him.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Bulls trail by 6. 1:30 left to play in the first. And Klingon pulls it down.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Gonzalez. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Mavericks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
First free throw is good. Both teams will make substitutions. He hits both from the stripe. Bulls trail by 8. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic Superstar says it's not anything in life, it's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin, but you just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. DA, thanks. And the first one at the line is good. He doesn't get the second one. So for Dallas, their last game, a win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Took him no time at all on that one. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now, here's Poole. Coming off a solid outing against Indiana. Here's Hackett. That one's in, his first shot this game. Mavericks leading by 8. 34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Peterson. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Lewis outside. Six to shoot. With the shot. The shot misses.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. The Mavericks on top, up 8. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
So, Clark, the last couple NBA seasons featuring 14 of the top 15 team offensive ratings in league history.
You know, I think that's testament to the skill level of the players. And certainly you hear some coaches talk about defense being legislated out of the game. It is an entertaining product. That's part of the drive for more offense. But I guess I could agree that there does need to be maybe a touch more balance and not so tilted toward the offense.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Clutch out there with Cade Cunningham. Then there's Banchero. And it's Ware in at the 5. So it's the Mavericks now. The Bulls knocking down the 3. Down low. Count it. Good. Clutch has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
On the wing, Hackett. To the middle. Oh, he's coming up for the alley-oop here. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Clutch can't hit. And so Poole will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 8-point game. And this is the first time they've matched up with the Mavericks this year.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it'll be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a feeling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
Dallas leading by 8. Dallas moving it around. Here's Clutch. Lewis covering. Clutch, good.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Now, here's Poole. Hackett with a wide open look. Off target with his 3. Pass to Banchero. From outside, off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And here is Lewis. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. It's blocked, and they'll get another chance. There's a screen. And here's Poole for three. Peterson grabs the miss. Peterson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Banchero. Over to the wing. There's the lob to the hoop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of. If you don't want your pocket picked, here are last season's steals leaders. Mitchell outside. With the fadeaway. And again, Chicago, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Paolo Banchero.
Coming off a terrific season. Put up about 19 points a game, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
Both good from the line that time. And Clark, if you look at the NBA's draft combine, prospects now required to participate in drills and in other testing to be eligible for selection.
I like that, Kevin. I really do. I mean, it's part of being a professional. You can't just opt out of things because your agent says you should or you don't feel like it. This is a professional business, so there should be some standards and accountability. And I think it goes hand in hand with the push for parity. It ensures equal access to the information that will enable all teams to make informed decisions on draft day. So I like it. I really do.
Pass to Peterson. At the elbow, it's Cunningham. Outside, Gonzalez. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists in the game. Bulls trail by 16. Back to Lewis. Over Cunningham. Lewis gets the bucket. Lewis has got 13. Mavericks leading by 14. Ingram right side. Over Mitchell. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
I think it's critical that Ingram's confidence continues to grow. I mean, and I think possessions like that will only help him moving forward.
Who is outside? Marquez against Gonzalez.
And they were in the top 10 in terms of opponents' points per game, up there with some of the very best in our league.
And Greg, as you said, they did a great job of holding opponents to a low shooting percentage. They put a lot into their defense. That's a must if a team is going to succeed. The free throw dropped for Hawkins. Hawkins hits both of them. Dallas leading by 14. Pass to Gonzalez. Poke loose. Back to Cunningham. That three off the mark. Chicago has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Back to Hawkins. To the paint. Here's Lewis from about 16, and it's good. 2 points. 5 points in the game.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with his combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
Cunningham for three. Knocks down the three ball. Cunningham's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And you see that one motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
Back to Lewis. And he slams it right down on top of Cade Cunningham.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
Here's Peterson. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Cunningham's shot is off. Bulls trail by 13. Pass to Mitchell. Now here's Lewis. Drains it from beyond the arc. Lewis has got 7 points here in this quarter.
You know, the second period's been much more kind to him than the first. I mean, let's see if he can keep it going and maintain this.
Cunningham against Lewis. And finished off by Banchero.
Banchero just attacking the rim, going up over the defense that time.
Clark, I know you'd agree, Paolo Banchero has certainly lived up to the hype, being a #1 overall pick.
Yeah, you know, I loved him when he was in college. Loved his size, his athleticism, his IQ, his tenacity. I mean, I don't think there's anything on the floor that he can't do.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Holmgren, he's checked in for the Bulls. Williams comes in for Jaime Hawkins. And the Mavericks making a change here. Gonzalez passes to Ingram. Here's the screen. Gonzalez hits it from three-point range. Gonzalez has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
There's the three. Drills it from outside.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Now, here's Banchero. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Covered by Cunningham. Bulls moving the ball around. Pass to Mitchell. The tray. The Mavericks pull it in. At one point, they led by 16. Rebound by Mitchell. Bulls trail by 9. Lewis outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Bulls have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. The free throw drops for Lewis. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for the Bulls. The Mavericks also with a sub. Clutch, he's checked in for Cunningham. And both free throws good for Lewis.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Here's Clutch. No good on the three.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Here's Jaquez. Offline with his three.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Banchero. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
No stopping Banchero that time. I mean, he just muscles his way through the foul.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
You know, he gets to the line quite a bit, and I know Paolo Banchero would like to see his percentage from the line creep up, and I think it will.
Mitchell outside. Williams looking over the floor. Mitchell outside. For Chicago, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. The free throw drops for Lewis. Swinging, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Cunningham comes in for Clutch. And both free throws good for Lewis. Here's Cunningham. 8 points for him. Pass to Klingon. Rob. Driving inside. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible, incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Dallas making a switch here. Peterson's checked in. And that one misses.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Now, here's Cunningham. Shot clock at 5. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
For Dallas, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. It's good from Cunningham.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
And so Cunningham nails both of them. Bulls trail by 8. Lewis with it. 22 points for him. They set the pick. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
And it's a super first half for him at the free throw line.
Yeah, he's been his best up there. He's got the confident stroke going today. Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
The free throw drops for Lewis. And both free throws good for Lewis. 1:52 left now here in the second. Pass to Peterson. There's the pick. There's the triple. Clutch, he's checked in for Cunningham. Bulls.